Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your March 2018 forecast. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Thank you for joining me. So as always, keep in mind these are general. That means they're not going to apply to everyone. And watch your Moon and Rising sign readings for additional messages that may apply to you. You could also watch your yearly forecast to see what was coming up for you in the month of March to add to the messages that may be coming up for you. But other than that, just keep it in mind and take away what resonates with you, disregard the rest. So at the bottom of the deck as your overall energy, we have the Queen of Swords. So with the Queen of Swords, for some this is coming up as you being more rational, more analytical than usual. You having to be objective about a situation. It could also talk about you having to make some decisions as to what to keep and what to let go of, or what friendships to keep in your life and who to walk away from, and what relationships to continue to invest in and what relationships to walk away from, whether that's professional or romantic or any other kind. But you are looking at cutting some ties or cutting some things out of your life to create change. Okay, that's on the mind for you this month, or that's the energy surrounding you, or that's something that you've already been thinking of and you're going to start to implement in the month. Air sign energy may be significant for you at this time, so a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius person, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, for better or for worse, they're on your mind or they're your focus during this time. For others, this could also talk about dealing with the law, the legal system, in any way it applies, where you have to play by someone's rules or you have to play by their rules, follow the law, follow the application process in whichever way this applies, okay? In your current situation, we do have the Knight of Wands. So with the Knight of Wands, for some of you are dealing with a job change, or you're looking at changing your job, or you're looking at moving, or you're in the process of moving, okay, with this energy. For others of you, you may be dealing with someone who is either wasting your time, non-committal, someone who's just about the physical, doesn't really look for anything else in a relationship, or you're dealing with someone who's very impulsive, very immature. They do something, they mess up, and then you have to pick up the pieces and clean up after them, okay? You may also be looking at moving with this energy, and so maybe you're looking to move abroad or overseas, or get your visa process going, or apply for citizenship or anything like that. Your challenge, the challenge is the Hierophant. So for some of you, you are dealing with government institutions. So you are dealing with applying for residency, citizenship, applying for a mortgage to get a home, applying to change your name, dealing with paperwork, documentation to get married or to get divorced, to split up assets or anything like that. And the challenge is it just takes time, and you have to do what they tell you to do, and it's going to take as long as it takes. There's a lot of bureaucracy, there's a lot of red tape, there's a lot of paperwork, and the challenge is just being patient and going through it and continuing to do what you have to do. For others of you, family may be a challenge. So maybe someone in the family is being very impulsive, and it's up to you to be grown up and clean up after them. Or a marriage is the issue and you're looking at leaving a marriage. Or you're looking at doing the right thing and being there for your family, especially if that means traveling a long distance, or potentially moving back with family, or having someone move in with you temporarily. In the foundation for why things are this way, we have the Death card. So with the Death card, this is because of an ending that has happened in your life. With the Hierophant there, Knight of Wands, and the Death card, this can be the end of a relationship that you have experienced, or even the end of a marriage that has happened, the end of a job, the end of a living arrangement. And so you've had to make changes and you've had to start over, okay, with this energy. This is also about time being up. So especially if that's in anything to do with visa or anything to do with the right to be in a certain place for a certain amount of time, but your time was up in a place or in a situation, and so you've had to make different arrangements. You've had to start again. You've had to start over, and it takes time. But again, it can talk about the end of a relationship, the end of a job, and that's why you're looking for a new job. The end of a living situation, you have looked at relocation, and this is the month where you actually have a good place to move to, and things are moving forward for you in terms of dealing with the banks and loans, mortgages, and all of that. In the past, we have the Justice card. So with the Justice card, the Queen of Swords, the Hierophant, the Death card, for some of you, you're definitely dealing with a divorce or dissolution of marriage. I don't know if that's the same thing, honestly, but it felt like I needed to say it. So I don't know if that's the same as a divorce, or it's an annulment, or it's just, I don't know. But dealing with the legal aspects of that, the end of a job because of being treated unfairly. This is also about legal disputes where someone has sued you or you have sued someone else. And this is the month where you get to make progress with that. Things are starting to move forward with that. This can also be a Libra individual that has come into your life, or a Libra individual that you were with. And that could be their sun sign, their moon sign, or their rising sign. And it could also be something like an on again, off again relationship, or you keep making the same decision. In your crowning thoughts, we have the Two of Pentacles. So with the Two of Pentacles in your crowning thoughts, for some you are looking for a job. For others, you're looking for a second job, or you're looking for an additional source of income. For others, you're thinking about, okay, well, maybe the fact that that a job ended or a contract ended was a sign for me to get going with my own business, because I have everything ready. I'm just not taking the final step to getting it going. And so you're looking at, now you have your business, but you also have additional sources of income. For others, there's a decision that is on the mind. So I feel that you're thinking about change, but you haven't really instigated it at this point. You're still doing your pros and cons. For others, this is a choice between two people, maybe a fire sign and an earth sign, okay? Or a choice of whether or not to go back to someone or go back to something with this Two of Pentacles. For some, you are definitely overworked. You definitely have a lot of balls in the air, and you have to be careful and be dedicated, and you're split in multiple directions. I do feel that you're taking care of two households. For some of you, where you have your own things to take care of, your property, your own bills and everything, and then someone else's, okay? And it could be someone in your family that you have to take care of at this time, and it's really starting to weigh you down and take a toll on you, because in the near future we have the Ten of Wands. So around mid-month with the Ten of Wands, this is reaching that point where something's got to give, okay? You have been carrying a heavy burden. This could be about finally having that conversation of saying, look, this is too much for me, or look, I can't do this alone, or look, this relationship has turned into work. It's not happy anymore. It's not beautiful anymore. I think, you know, what are our options at this point, because I don't want to keep carrying this burden in my life, and just having that honest conversation. For others of you, this is definitely about leaving a job. Okay, if it hasn't happened already, you're looking in the beginning of the month, and then towards the mid-month, you get to the point where, okay, you have to have the conversation with the boss, give notice, handovers, okay? But this could also be where you stop handing out, you stop handouts, okay? You stop taking care of others. You stop carrying other people's burdens. You stop dealing with other people's problems, okay? Because you just put an end to it, and that's it. You're kind of giving back the other people's tasks or roles or responsibilities or problems. You're giving it back to them, because you say, okay, I've done my part. Enough is enough. This is your life, your own decisions that have brought you to this point. I have to take care of me at this point, okay? And this could also be when you move with the Ten of Wands, when you actually get to move. So that's really good. In the position of you, how you see yourself, we do have the Ace of Cups. So for some of you, this is definitely about a new home situation. For others, this is about having that honest conversation of, hey, I can't do this alone, and finding that the other person is more than willing to help you, or to start pulling their weight in the relationship. This is also water sign energy, so Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Scorpio in your foundation as well. And so having that honest conversation, whether that is, especially if that is in a romantic relationship, having that honest conversation leads to the both of you actually seeing eye to eye for once and deciding, okay, let's try again. Okay, let's both do what we need to do to bring back fun, happiness, the spark, the passion within our relationship. For others, this is your dream job that allows you to move on from a difficult or unstable situation. This is also about compensation, I get. So if anything, if you're dealing with legal situations or anything like that, I feel like this is some sort of settlement or compensation or financial support of any kind that is coming your way. Getting what you have applied for, or getting what you have been working for comes up here as well. For others of you, I feel that you may be leaving someone behind. Fire sign energy comes up here, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because you want a commitment and they have not given you a commitment. And you've given them a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities, and they're still immature and they're still players, and they still, you know, want their freedom or whatever, don't want to settle down. And so for some of you, you're moving into a new situation because you're leaving a relationship. But it's the right thing to do at this point. In your environment, we have the Emperor. So with the Emperor in your environment, this could be someone new that you're meeting, Aries, but also Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or rising sign. This person is the mature person that you're looking for. This is someone who's willing to make a commitment, who wants to make a commitment, who wants to start a family, who wants to build a life together. But it's not until you leave a situation with a non-committal person, with an immature person, with a player, that you actually get to meet this person. For others of you, this is about becoming a parent. So someone's getting pregnant, you're getting pregnant, or your partner's getting pregnant. So someone's becoming a parent during this time. And maybe that's why you're having these conversations in the first place. Of, look, we're going to have a family, or we're going to add to the family. We need to change things because I want us to be able to be happy long term. For others of you, this is your business that's taking off and looking good, very promising. This is whatever this is that you've applied for, it is granted to you by the figures of authority that you've been dealing with, that you've been, following their rules and applying and giving them all the paperwork that they're asking for, and following the guidelines, and being careful of their deadlines and stuff like that, okay? And you're getting what you've asked for, what you've applied for. In your hopes and fears, we have the Ten of Swords. So with the Ten of Swords, this is about, the hope is being able to start fresh, because I do feel that you're thinking about walking away from something, putting a complete end to it, okay? And the fear is, will I be okay? Will I be okay on my own, especially if you're coming out of a long-term partnership where you've always had someone there to help, or always had someone there, and now it's about, I wonder if I'm going to be okay on my own. But the Ten of Swords is telling you, don't doubt your decision. Whatever it is that you've walked away from, it's gone as far as it could, and now it was only damaging you at this point, okay? It was only a burden, it was only holding you back, okay? So don't doubt your decision to free yourself from that situation and to be on your own, okay? You're fine, you're gonna be absolutely fine. You need to take your time to heal, to recover from the experience, and then just get going in the direction that you want to go. And the hope is, of course, for a better tomorrow, for a new day, for a new life. Not feeling like a victim anymore, okay? Taking your power back. Not doubting your own decisions. In the outcome, we have the Six of Swords. So with the Six of Swords, you're really moving forward. You're really moving on. This is smoother waters. This is calming down energy. This is coming into flow, coming into rhythm, coming into harmony. This is the end of dark times, okay? You are now feeling better. You're now getting your health back. You're now getting your strength back. This is distance, putting distance between you and this difficult, challenging situation that you have left behind with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. If you have been living with family, or you've had family move in with you because of someone having to go through a procedure and then you helping them recover, this is the end of that. They get to go home. Or this is the end of that and you get to go home, okay? Because that also comes up here. So you are going through some changes, or you have the opportunity to do so if you want to do that, okay? To recover from something that has ended, to walk away from non-committal people, to walk away from unstable working situation or living situations, to stop taking care of everyone else and being able to just focus on yourself and what you want to accomplish at this time. In your guidance card, we have the Weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. So with this is talking about see things for what they are, especially if you have been carrying other people. That is not okay. They can say it is all they want, but it really is not okay. And your intuition is already telling you that. This is also about learning, wisdom, knowledge, getting answers, getting information. So for a lot of you, it is about, talking to a lawyer, talking to a financial advisor, talking to advisors in general that can walk you through a process, they can take you through a process, brokers or anything like that, okay? They can tell you how it's done, they can show you how it's done, and your job is to follow what they're telling you. It's just to go through with it and take it one step at a time, okay? This is also about looking closely at things when making your decisions and when making your choices. Listen to your intuition, but also use what you've learned. Use what you've seen, use what you've heard, use what you have read, use what you've experienced, and make your decisions. Don't disregard or ignore or pretend that you don't know something. When you've actually gone through it, you know how it ends, you know how it happens, you know where it's leading you. So it's just about just using that information. So whether you're going to an expert for your information or you already have your answers and it's just a matter of applying that knowledge, you're definitely encouraged to use your wisdom to create the changes that you want to see happen. The Weasel is also about where you just keep yourself to yourself and you do what you need to do. You don't have to shout it out for everyone to know what you're doing. You can keep your secrets and keep things confidential and just get on with what you're trying to do. You can let everyone know once it's done, or you know what, you don't have to tell anyone what you're doing. You don't have to explain yourself. But that also comes up, especially if it's in a sense of, if you tell someone what you're planning to do, and they might convince you not to do it, or they might talk you out of it, or put doubts in your head, then definitely keep it to yourself and you do what you know you want to do, okay? But that's your reading. It looks like a very positive reading, because you do have the opportunity to break free from draining and demanding situations in people, and just to be able to focus on yourself, get yourself back on track, and ending the month on a high note with moving forward, making progress, moving on, settling down, just moving, traveling, more peaceful times, harmony coming back into your life, okay? Bringing harmony back into a relationship if that's the situation. But let me know what the cards talk about for you if they apply. Have a wonderful month ahead. Watch your moon and rising sign readings, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye for now.